It used to be, you could wander on up. You didn't have all the hide knights coming in for your legs.
Yeah.
Like to like drop kick you in the shins, shatter your ankles, and then kick your corpse down a hole. So like, it was just easier to make your way through. Now it's a bit tougher.
Seeing as the minute that you try, they all just show up like, hey, what the fuck you doing?
Well, I mean, if I had gone for Dragon Slayer first, it would be easier. Because I don't think they aggro if you kill old Dragon Slayer. Again, I've never gone for the Dragon Slayer first, so I wouldn't know. But
I mean,
they definitely do for Dragon Rider. They get really pissy if you go for Dragon Rider first.
I know, they all get up and all.
The Jester's robes still nullify critical hits. I didn't realise that. So they fixed Gower's ring and then went, the Jester's robes may continue.
They may stay as they once were.
Jester Thomas was so powerful he rewrote the code back.
I mean, he's basically a god.
No backstabs.jpg for Jester Thomas.
No one can kill Jester Thomas except Jester Thomas.
I'll tell you what, last time I fought him in Sunken King, I don't know what happened, but I think his AI broke. So he spawned in, did the little point to himself gesture, and then just stood there. And I was like, maybe he only attacks if I approach. So I walk up to him and start attacking while he wasn't doing anything. You know, as any good Souls player will do.
Yeah.
And he just stood there and let me beat him to death. And like, it wasn't even like that I didn't give him a chance to react, because he literally just didn't move. I like stood there, recovered my stamina, and he continued to stand there and take the beating. It was...
He's having an internal crisis on whether to fight you or not.
He was like, my friend, we defeated that one unimportant boss together in the poison place. I cannot fight my brother. Brother. Long live the king. I still cry at that scene. I mean, I kind of do anyway. Like,
yeah, it's fine.
It makes me sad.
Yeah. I was gonna say though, that's you know how Soul Calibur 6 has come out?
I do indeed know that Soul Calibur 6 has come out.
And it has like that goddamn character creator for it.
Oh yeah, it does. Sorry, I thought where this sentence was going was you can make Geralt of Rivia fight 2B now. I thought that was where you were going with this conversation, because that's the one I know. But I forgot they had a character creator. Have you seen that one where some guy created Thanos?
Yeah, I've seen someone create so much stuff, because I was watching a video where literally someone who like plays that sort of game quite a bit was like, okay, you guys have all sent me in like all of your custom stuff, I'm gonna tell you how shit or how good it is.
I love players like that, who are just like, I'm gonna tell you if it's garbage or not, and then it's always garbage.
Critical Role YouTube channel.
As you should, yeah.
And Liam, Matt and Taliesin spent an entire hour creating some of their characters just in the character creator of that.
I mean, I've seen some incredibly impressive stuff in there. Not gonna lie, like, there is some miracles of creation in that character designer.
Yeah, they basically managed to
I can't wait to watch the Monster Factory episode on it.
Oh god.
Toto tip, that's a bar.
Well yeah, they basically managed to create Pike and Percy, they made Gilmore.
That is pretty impressive how good their
and then
how robust the character creation is. That's quite good.
And then I remember the comments on the video was just basically telling them you need to make every single character
and have like tournament of power. Tournament of Power. I mean, the real question is, who would actually win in a fight, Grog or Pike? But using their Soul Calibur 6 version. Soul Calibur, I have a sort of weird love-hate relationship with Soul Calibur, because I've played a lot of Soul Calibur in the past.
I've played a bit.
Like, it's never been... I would not ever call myself, like, competitive Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
But I've played it a lot. I keep running out of healing items and need healing. It's really annoying.
I think with Soul Calibur, it has been a bit of hit and miss with some games.
Well, I mean, I just love how they keep getting increasingly weirder people for their games. Like, of course, they've got all their original characters, and original character is good. I still can't even reach the old Dragon Slayer. There's dragons in the way. I can't get to it because it keeps breathing fire at me. Oh, it's killed me.
I mean,
I was behind. I was behind
you
a
can
fence.
run fast enough to avoid it.
Well, no, it got up before I even reached the top of the stairs. Well, it got up. I reached the top of the stairs. It got up, and I failed to run at it immediately. And the gap between it breathing fire and then breathing fire again, it is impossible to run at. Okay, I'll ignore that and go back to the open keep. But I mean, like, it's incredible the amount of otherwise licensed characters they've managed to get for their games before. I mean, you had Link in Soul Calibur 2. You had Ezio in whichever game Ezio was in.
I think that was the last one. 5.
Was it 5? It might have been 5.
Because
you
4
had
was Star Wars.
You had goddamn Yoda, Darth Vader, and Starkiller in 4. That was the one I owned, and I was like really bad at it. Hello?
Yeah.
I thought you'd gone. I couldn't. Your voice cut out. Remember when Starkiller was a thing and everyone was like, "Yo, that's cool," and then Force Unleashed never made another game again. Me too.
The game was good, and unfortunately, no one ever made another one.
I'm going to look it up later, and I bet it'll turn out they planned a Force Awakens 3, and like Sam Raimi left or something. Sam Raimi specifically worked on. Yeah, Sam Raimi wrote the script, didn't you know?
No, I didn't know that he.
Sam Raimi was credited as lead director for Force Awakens 1 and 2, starring Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire was Starkiller.
I would absolutely play that game. I am not even lying. I would play Tobey Maguire's Starkiller.
What it is it's still Starkiller and it's still the same sort of story, but anytime that Starkiller normally talks, it just replaces it with quotes from the Spider-Man movies.
He stabs, Darth Vader stabs him and just zoomed in his face. Pizza time. And anytime something bad happens in the plot, he's got that "no" scream from the second film.
Yeah.
Why is he so memeable? Tobey Maguire
I feel like
is the best Spider-Man simply because he had the most horrific facial expressions of any human being to ever walk this earth.
Yeah, he can somehow make those facial expressions.
Yep. He's doing great. He's doing great. He's the true Spider-Man experience we needed.
He's the Spider-Man we need but don't deserve.
No, we deserved him. We just didn't need it. We didn't need him to be that good.
Yeah.
But he was. Do you know what I actually found out as well? It's kind of weird.
What?
The Spider-Man, or the model for Spider-Man in the PS4 game, is actually they got it by combining the faces of the 3 movie Spider-Man.
Oh.
So they basically just jammed Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland into one of those mixers, blended them on up, and out popped Spider-Man PS4.
And he actually looks good.
That's his surname. It's Peter PS4 now.
Peter PS4.
I'm not sold on what he looks like now. If I'm honest, like he looks fine, but compared to how cartoony some of the surroundings are, him and Mary Jane just look weird. I don't really know how to explain it. It just doesn't look right to me.
I don't know, maybe it's just because obviously those two being two of the main characters to get more detail and focus on them.
They're super detailed. Have you seen the boat NPCs though?
No.
Oh my god. Next time you're on the game, go to any sort of coastline, get the camera out, and try and zoom in on a boat NPC. Because they were deliberately designed to look like PS2 models.
They were like, if anyone bothers to do this, let's make them look like they were from the last 2 generations ago.
I mean, according to the internet, it's a reference to the old Spider-Man 2 games. You know, like how horrific all the NPCs looked on that because they were like literal squares. But like, it's so horrifying. I was just swinging over the pier. I landed near a boat and I was like, hey, let's get a selfie with the boat people. And I turn around in the selfie camera, and there is just this horrifying monster stood next to me, with like an entirely like pyramidal head, and I'm like, I have stepped into my own personal Silent Hill here.
Yeah.
It was horrible. You see, I am exaggerating for effect, obviously, but you know how I mean.
Yeah. You know what I've realised I would kind of want to see on the Critical Role channel?
What is that?
Them forcing Sam to try and play any video game ever.
As Scanlan.
Because Sam hasn't really played many video games.
Let me just add the qualifier, add Scanlan, and then we're good to go.
It's like,
let me pull the lever,
just
people.
Like something either.
God damn.
Yeah. I'm not
Scanlan plays Dark Souls.
Yeah.
I'd actually like legitimately laugh myself to death just looking at the title.
I remember when they were doing the whole thing with the Soul Calibur creation, like Liam just looked at the camera and said, Laura has this game, she spends about 5 hours making a character, plays it for a while and realises she hates it and spends another 5 hours refixing it.
Is that not the pinnacle gaming experience?
I mean, that's what they all agreed on, is that that's pretty much what half of the game is now for people.
Let's agree that Laura Bailey is just like Mrs. Video Game. Because she's in like everything.
She's one of those people who's in most things now.
Yeah, she seems to be getting a lot more work recently, which is always good.
Yeah.
Mad respect to Laura goddamn Bailey. No complaints from me that she's getting more work. Should I just skip Smelter Demon? I
mean, honestly, there's not really much reason to fight him. Really.
I really can't be bothered to try and fight Smelter Demon today. I could do him next time. I could do him on the next recording block. I've already
just avoid him for now.
I've already broken my standards and recorded. And this is the 3rd episode I'm currently recording in a block.
Yeah.
I usually just do a 2 block and then record it and then upload it over the next 2 days. But I'm breaking new ground here, boys. Yeah,
I'm
like
dying while you're on it.
Yeah, you're just dying in the background. It's all part of the experience, man. People don't come onto my channel for quality content. People come onto my channel because I speak the most banal bullshit possible, and you die in the background.
Yeah, that's all I'm good for.
Promise nothing and expect nothing less.
They were promised nothing and they expected even less.
Promise nothing and were delivered even less.
Oh.
I love that. That's the unofficial slogan of the Two Best Friends Play.
Pretty much, yeah.
They promised nothing and they delivered even less. It's brilliant. Why is there just fire up there? What's the hell? Why'd you see hell?
I've been on a bit of a Final Fantasy binge recently.
Okay, yeah. Please tell me more.
because obviously you know about Final Fantasy 7 and 9.
Yes, I did. I recall you telling me a few days ago.
So
Yeah,
I
that's true.
started going through those. Then I still need to finish Final Fantasy like 12's like remaster.
No one's ever finished
Which is
Final Fantasy 12.
I mean,
Which was the plot line of 12? I legitimately don't recall 12.
The plot line was obviously I think it was a bit weird because the main character was kind of suggested to be Van because he's the one you started playing as, but it wasn't really him.
Right.
He was more like, you know, a support for the protagonist. He's not really that integral to the plot overall. He just kind of ends up with these people and is like, alright.
Oh, so it's Indiana Jones and it's the first Indiana Jones film. It's Raider of the Lost Ark. Where like,
yeah.
would the plot have happened minus the character that is technically the protagonist?
Yeah, because it's all about obviously the princess of, like, I forget the country's name, like Damascus or something.
Far away
She's more
here.
the protagonist. Yeah, she's more the protagonist because a lot of it is about obviously fighting.
I'm not gonna lie, I just sat down at the Majula bonfire to teleport back to Iron Keep, and I clicked the Majula bonfire and just teleported to the same place.